When you have a generational talent in the NBA draft and you have the #1 pick, that team is automatically one of the big winners on draft night, regardless of who they pick after the fact. The Pistons were blessed to win the draft lottery at the right time. They were able to pick at #1 for the first time since 1970, when the Pistons drafted Hall of Fame big man Bob Lanier. This is a franchise that went from competing for championships in the mid-2000s to being one of the most irrelevant franchises in the NBA. This team hasn't drafted a true franchise player since Grant Hill in 1994, but that ended on Thursday night. Cade Cunningham is the truth. He's a guy that has the size and IQ and can impact the game in multiple areas. He can impact the game as a scorer, a passer, a defender, and a leader. He has the maturity of a 10-year veteran. He might not be as explosive as Grant Hill was, but trust me, he's athletic enough to get to any spot on the court. Cunningham was the consensus All-American in his only season at Oklahoma State. He was the Big 12 Player of the Year and was the only freshman in the country to average at least 20 points and 5 rebounds. Not only does he have potential, but he was also very productive in his freshman season at such a young age. Instead of using their 37 pick, the Pistons decided to trade it along with big man Mason Plumlee to the Charlotte Hornets. Apparently the Pistons are trying to clear up cap space, so they needed to give the Hornets a draft pick to take Plumlee's contract. They received the 57 pick in return. Michigan forward Isaiah Livers was the 42nd pick. He's a blue-collar type of player, which fits perfectly for the city of Detroit. Livers is a tough-minded, energetic forward who will leave it all on the floor. He can knock down the outside shot, as he did shoot 43% from 3 in his last season at Michigan on 5 attempts per game. Playing with a playmaker like Cunningham, he should get a lot of good looks from the outside. With the 57 pick, the Pistons selected the big man out of Iowa, the National Player of the Year, Luka Garza. I was never really high on Luka Garza as an NBA prospect. He's a slow, old-school center that will more than likely struggle on defense on the next level. But he has worked hard to lose weight and change his body to prepare for the NBA. This is a solid pick, mainly because it was in the late second round. And to top it off, the Pistons went with another big man at number 57. Florida State center Balsha Koprivica. He's 7'1" with a 7'4" wingspan. Koprivica has good touch around the rim and can score with either hand in the paint. He still is a raw prospect on both ends, but he has the tools and size to develop into a serviceable big man down the road. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a great draft for the Pistons for the simple fact they got Cade Cunningham, and the Pistons have positioned themselves to be major players in the 2022 free agency. The Pistons will be paying the last bit of Blake Griffin's contract this season, which is around $30 million. But that sets up major cap room for 2022. If Cade Cunningham has a great rookie season and shows he's the real deal, that could convince certain free agents to take a look at signing with the Detroit Pistons. I give the Pistons an A+.